Hello, hi, and welcome to Empathic Fire. I am your reader, Jay, and these are going to be general messages for the sign of Leo in mid-April 2021. What's going on, Leo? How are you guys doing? I hope you are doing well. Leo, wherever you are in the world, hope you're happy, safe, healthy, and secure. Take very good care of yourselves and those that you know and love. And, yeah. No other announcements, or well, actually no. Slight apology for the lateness of this video. I started a new job, guys, last week, and as such, I didn't have the brain power, the spiritual power, the alertness to even begin to think too much about tarot. So this is coming out just about a week or so later than I intended. So if you were looking for me last week, apologies, but I'm here now. So let's bury that. Let's let that be water under the bridge. Yeah. Anyway, no other announcements. So Leo, anything you want from me, it's in the description box below. Timestamp is down there. Information on how to purchase a personal reading with me is down there. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, I give you a link down below in the description box for your convenience. All right, guys. Let's see what your messages are for mid-April, please. For Leo, messages in mid-April 2021. Thank you. Okay. Page of Cups. Six of Swords. At least one more, please, for Leo. Mid-April 2021. Yes. Okay. Alright, guys. So Page of Cups, Six of Swords, and... pardon me, the Five of Swords. Okay. So, in general, you or somebody else is over it. Page of Cups, water sign energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You could be dealing with a Page of Cups, but you don't have to be. Or anybody of that sign, you don't have to be. But yeah, I feel like there's this remiss? I don't think that word is being used correctly, but they want me to say the word remiss. Oh, maybe like someone is walking away. Right, so walking away. Right, and that kind of makes somebody sad. Or they feel... like, I feel the remiss is, I would be remiss if I stayed, or I would be remiss if I didn't, possibly, since you've got two cards of swords here, two cards of communication, there could be like some, you know, like final goodbye or well wishes or something like that. I would be remiss if I didn't tell you, something like that. Doesn't have to be for everybody, but I do sense after some disappointment, Five of Swords, or disagreement or petty interactions, whether it be arguments, whether it be passive-aggressive behaviors, whether it be somebody, like I'm getting this idea from this Five of Swords as like, I mean, you're not going to see it in this illustration, I don't think, but I'm getting this idea of like being like a monkey in the middle, or like this keep away, like keep away, keep away. So like... yeah, like, I think that's the same thing, right? Monkey in the middle. Like, I'm seeing, like, two, like, how when we're kids, we see two older kids, they have something that a smaller, younger kid wants, and they're throwing it back, you know, over the smaller kid's head, right? Oh, here's your teddy bear. Give me my teddy bear. And it's like you throw it to the other kid, and the other big kid throws it back when the little kid rushes over. Give it to me. You know, that whole thing. Keep away. So there has been something that someone has desired. The little kid, whether that be you or somebody else in the situation, who knows. And other parties, 2 people, 15 people, doesn't matter. 1 person, doesn't matter, has kept it away from them. Five of Swords. That is a game, or rather, not monkey in the middle, but Five of Swords is a game that someone plays and it doesn't end in their favor anyway. It's like arguing for the sake of arguing, just so you can be deemed the winner. I'm sure many of us have been in situations like this where you're in a conversation with a person, a debate, an argument, whatever it is, or just a general conversation, and the other person has to have the last word, literally. So you're sending an email chain to somebody at your job. Oh, thank you so much for responding to this. Hope you have a good weekend. You too. They email you back to say you too. Like, that's, you know, it's one of those character traits that can be harmless, but since it's the Five of Swords and you're reading, Leo, it can be quite petty. It can be passive aggressive behavior. It can be aggressive behavior. You know, all of you are dealing with different people, different personality types in different scenarios. But there's something about, let's say again, the last word thing. You want to have the last word on the matter. And you want to make a declarative statement. Because I do feel, you know, again, with the Six of Swords and the Page of Cups, like wanting to move on, wanting to let it go, wanting to progress, whatever. And in your goodbye to someone who maybe they're a frenemy to you, you know, you don't wish them ill will or anything, but you're happy to leave the situation, or happy that the project or whatever work commitment you shared with this person to end. And you're like, oh, it's been, you know, it's been great working with you, but, you know, have a good life, you know. And that's kind of the gist. This person wants you to, I don't know, there's something about, excuse me, someone not being happy with you or someone else having the final say. And that's sort of the monkey in the middle. That's the thing that's being kept away. The ability to walk away and let that be the end of it. Or let your word be the final word. Something like that. One second. Okay, Leo. So I wanted to pause there because I was getting a little tickle in my throat. And, you know, I didn't want to be on camera doing that. But again, how I'm speaking right now and like I was interrupted, it's like that. So maybe that's also what's going on. Is for some of you, it's not even about a goodbye. It's not even about necessarily moving on from something. It's that somebody wants to constantly interrupt your progress, right? So you think you're, you know, making moves in your private life, making moves in your professional life, whatever it is. And then you've got this one friend who keeps texting you. Like, let's say you're making moves in your private life. Let's say you're starting a business, becoming an entrepreneur, something like that. This is your friend who's like, oh, can you call me tonight? I really need to talk. You know? And Leo, most Leos tend to be good friends to people, tend to be, you know, understanding and, you know, make time for their friends and people that they care about. So there's like this, one second, hold on. Okay, so in that situation just now, I sneezed. And so I had to catch it there before. Anyway, so there's like this interrupting energy that some of you are facing with friends, with family members, where you're, again, Six of Swords and the Page of Cups, wanting to see yourself move in a certain direction. And you might be very new to it, Page of Cups energy. And again, this is Leo, Leo, Leo. This could be reverse energy, okay, vice versa for any cross watchers out there. But there's like this keep coming back and like monkey wrenching, trying to monkey wrench or throw a spanner in the works for our UK friends, whatever. Somebody here just is like self-serving. They're self-important. Or they make mountains out of molehills, yes? So as you progress in your life, you make moves in your personal life, in your professional life, your friend is over here woe is meing. Like, oh, I wish I had what you had, Leo. Okay, go get it. Like, you know, it's on a simmer, or it's a very low, it's not, you know how Leos can get. you know how you can get. It can be explosive, but it's not. But it is this frustration of, okay, stop complaining, or stop coming to me and venting, or stop coming to me and distracting me from what I'm trying to do. Go be about your own business and handle your shit. Yeah? So, or this is how someone feels about you, Leo. If you're interrupting other people, if you're, you know, putting, making your situation the terrible one, and your friend is just walking on easy street and you're complaining to them, own it. So, now for some of you, this is like a historical situation, relationship, connection that you have with a friend, family member, or otherwise, you know, whoever it might be, whoever it may be, could be a group of people, could just be one person. But I feel this is like par for the course. You come together, you make plans, Six of Swords, Five of Swords, you have ideas, you share some similarity. You guys do overlap, but then eventually you or they feel angsty, or like you want something else. So then you go and you explore this something else, but then that person might come back, or the other person calls them back. And it's just like this yo-yoing shit that can happen. that the Page of Cups of all the pages would probably be the one to get involved in because of that emotional attachment signified by the cup suit, right? So there's a soft spot for some of you, not all of you, because some of you are like, there is no love lost. That person can kick rocks and they can kick them hard. You know, others of you, you have a soft spot for this person because of your long-standing connection or significant connection. And the yo-yoing, you tolerate it. I feel in some of your cases, you're getting to the breaking point of that yo-yo in and out thing. And you're about to call well, maybe not call, some of you might not call someone on their BS. Because Five of Swords can be combative energy, but it's often somebody makes a mountain out of a molehill. Somebody brings that energy all by themselves. And any other participants, as you can see in this card, by the very shadowy figure at the top in the background there. Hold on, let me fiddle with the focus. Right? So you see that person above his shoulder. They walk away and he's sitting there with those swords like, oh, I got all these swords. I should feel good, but I feel awful. I feel drained. I feel tired. I feel lonely, whatever. So for some of you, it's not even a explosive walking away. A lot of this energy is quiet, demure, played down. Again, where Leo could be loud and boisterous and, you know, roaring at the top of their lungs. This is, for some of you Leos, doing a very quiet dip on a person. Just like, all right, bye. Okay, see you later, bye. Not going to talk to you anymore. You know, you don't even, it's like possibly without fanfare. So for some of you, if you're leaving a work situation, if you're leaving some type of connection, in some instances, or it could be read as ghosting, gotta be honest. So be careful with that. I don't think ghosting is a very dignified act, but sometimes it's the only way to be. Because going back to this idea of a person who has to have a last word or has to have that ability to come and contact you or connect with you in some type of way, sometimes ghosting is the only solution with a person. So I get it. So, you know, whatever. Let's see what else is going on for Leo, please. What else do you have for Leo regarding the situation? What other messages do you have for Leo? Please show me. And I apologize for those breaks, but again, interruption. Not wanting the Leo, as I'm a Leo as well, to have the last word or have any words at all, perhaps. Maybe somebody just wishes you would keep your mouth shut, Leo, or not get involved. Or, you know, if you do end up having words with them, that you accept defeat. And, you know, most times, a Leo doesn't accept defeat or view themselves as defeated. You know, sometimes a Leo is like, well, you know, I let you win, right? You know? Not in all cases. But it's, you know what it is? Leo can be like, either I let you win, or I wasn't even playing to begin with, or, oh, I got tired of playing that game and I quit. So you think you won and I quit, like, you know, 2 days before you. Does you get what I mean? So when Leo disengages, it like throws people for a loop. And that's what I feel some of you are doing. You're disengaging and someone doesn't know how to handle that. Hangman, Lovers, that was popping up in the pre-shuffle. And the Hierophant, all majors on the bottom. What the hell is this? Okay, so Hangman, secondary major for Pisces, Lovers, that's for Gemini, Hierophant for Taurus. You could be dealing with any of those signs or none at all. Take it with a grain of salt. So for some of you, on its face, this could have been a love relationship, could have even been a marriage or a serious commitment, but this decision to move on, walk away, disengage, disconnect, you know, for some of you, this was a hit back, a revolving door situationship that you had with a person, and you're wrapping it up. You're releasing more to, let me rephrase. Some, you're wrapping it up. And you're being pretty solid about it, or at least you're communicating that. I am wrapping this up. We are done here. Others of you, like I just mentioned while I was shuffling the bottom, it's like a ghost, but it's the Leo version of ghosting. Disengagement. Disengaged. And I've never been on the receiving end of it. I've done it. But when what I've been told from people who have experienced it, either from me or other people, not necessarily Leos, any person, it can be quite disheartening. It could be really depressing for the other person. This is not me trying to, give you an ego stroke here, Leo, but this is kind of what it feels like. Because the Page of Cups can be a sad energy or a forlorn energy. It can be an energy from a person on either side of the issue that is remiss, is very like remorseful or like saddened by what is transpiring here. And again, instead of a hard ending, closing of a door, closing of a book, it's a releasing. You don't even pick the book up anymore. The book can stay open to page 56 till the end of time. And it will never go beyond that page. Does that make sense? Versus going and closing the book as a definitive answer. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense to you. So for some of you, again, love, relationship, commitment, doesn't have to be romantic love. It can be platonic love. It can be familial love. You could be saying goodbye or disengaging from a connection with your sibling, something like that. Regardless of who it is and when it is and all that kind of stuff, it is significant, Hierophant energy. You had a lot of loyalty towards this person, them, you. It could have been mutual. But at least, for your sake, Leo, I'm going to say it was you towards them. And again, this can go vice versa. It is a general reading, blah, blah, blah. So if you're a cross watcher, don't be offended. This person and or your relationship was very, there was a lot going on there, either the significant relationship that you had, parent to child, sibling to sibling, whatever it is, husband to wife to husband, wife to wife, husband, throuple, or what do you call that? A throuple, whatever it is. I feel it was tight knit, or it was planted on solid ground, something like that. But I feel over time that foundation sprouted cracks. Now, in some of your situations, it sprouted cracks because certain people, whether it be you or the other person or both of you, kind of had a wandering eye. Whether that be, again, in a romantic situation, wandering eye, cheating, flirting with other people, whatever, wandering eye in a friendship, starting to prioritize others or having to prioritize yourself. Like I said before, I'm starting my own business. I'm focusing on my health journey. I'm doing da-da-da-da-da. And my friend Susie over there is stuffing bonbons in her face, working at a 9 to 5 that isn't making her happy. So there's like this where you guys were unified at one point, you are now not so unified, not so much on the same page. And the answer, or the progression, if not the answer, is to disengage. Now, Hangman isn't normally on its own about that, but it is about... Again, I feel like somebody here is not going to get a solid ending. It's like... And this is tarot. It's just a snapshot of the energy as I'm reading it now. It does not mean it's going to be this forever, but for the time being, Leo, there's no resolution. There's just like a unplugged, disengaged. The book doesn't close. The door doesn't close. But we kind of have this sense of separation, parting, disengaging. Yes? So that's what the Hangman is giving me. There's still lingering residual feelings and energies and, messages that, they or you have left on read, and that's the end of it. That's the ending. You've been left on read. Something like that, instead of being told, good luck, Leo, or whatever it is, or you telling them have a good life. Something like that. I don't know. For now, that's the serve. That somehow is... I don't want to say purposeful, but I think it's kind of what has been decided by one or both people is to, or however many people, could be 15 people, I don't care. But it's kind of being left up in the air, And as it's being left up in the air or there's something in suspension, it doesn't mean one or both sides don't have progress. There actually is progress. A little bit slow. Pages are not super fast. Knights would be faster, right? Queens and kings are already masters, but they can be quite efficient in moving things forward, right? So the page does have this push forward, but it's not like a whoom, it's more like a coast forward, okay? Let's get you some advice in this situation, Leo, and then we're going to wrap up. So what is the advice for Leo in this situation? What is the advice for Leo in this situation? Show me. Nine of Swords. Boo. But we'll see. Number one, get some sleep. Nine of Swords can talk about insomnia, restless nights. So if you can, get some eye shades for when you're sleeping, block out, turn off, this is just general advice. Turn off your lights, turn off your TVs, if you have to wear eye shades or something like that in your room, do that, and again, I'm not a doctor or anything like that, but find some way to get some Z's is basically, the initial advice for you, Leo. Make sure you're resting, or make sure you reduce as much anxiety as possible when you can, how you can. I'm also getting a sense that some of you Leos, because again, there was genuine care and connection here. It's not like for most of you, you hate this person or dislike them. So there could be for some a little bit of guilt, a little bit of like, oh, should I have left it that way? Maybe I should say something. Maybe I shouldn't. Like this back and forth of, oh, is it too late? It's been however long. If I reach out now, is it going to be too much? Blah, 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 whatever. There's a lot of worry, internal dialogue focused around worry and anxiety and feeling guilty. And if this isn't you, it's the other person, whoever it is. I would say as much as possible, release that and or lean into it. When I say lean in, I don't mean revel in it. I don't mean fester in it. I don't mean mope around in it. No, what I mean is explore it. Why are you feeling guilty? Why are you feeling anxious? Why are you punishing yourself or thinking that you should be punished or thinking that they should punish themselves or whatever. Whatever is nibbling at you, in your brain, in your subconscious, whatever that little voice is, that little critical voice is, lean into it. Why is it doing that? Where does it come from? How can you work through it? How can you work with it? Whatever. Explore that a little bit. Whatever way you choose. Meditation, work with crystals, work with Reiki, talk to a therapist, whatever way, work with it. Okay? Leo, that is your reading for mid-April. If this reading resonated with you, if you liked it at all, please leave a like down below or a comment down below, or both. Both would be appreciated. Only if it resonates with you, of course. If you haven't subscribed to the channel before, please do so now by hitting the little red button. Make sure that you hit the all notifications so you can see when I upload to the channel and when I go live on the channel. Leo, if you want to get at me for a personal reading, again, that information is down below in the description box, okay? I thank you guys so much for watching. Take care. Bye.